You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 9 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Our top story tonight, 5 shootings in DC overnight, including a teen boy who was killed and a girl shot. More on those juvenile victims in a moment. The first call came into the Washington Highlands neighborhood on Atlantic Street here in Southeast around 8:30 last night. A man shot and killed there. Around 11:30 in Northeast, a man found shot, conscious and breathing on Summer Road, and then near Farragut Square on Connecticut Avenue. Another man shot, also conscious and breathing. Now back to the shootings involving the young people in the district. A girl hurt in a shooting on S Street in Southeast, and that teenage boy who was shot and killed in Northeast. Our Dave Laval joins us live from 18th Street in the Rosedale neighborhood. Dave, no doubt mounting concerns, calls for change. You talked with a witness and a longtime resident tonight.
Well, nearly 24 hours after that shooting took place right here on this spot, there's still plenty of shock and anger over the loss of another young life.
I'm devastated because we've lost a child.
Sandra Gilbert mourns one of the latest children killed by gun violence around the district. 15-year-old Victor Bolden, better known to neighbors as Tony, was found unconscious and not breathing Saturday night along 18th Street Northeast near the Rosedale Recreation Center. First responders rushed him to the hospital where he died. A witness told us the shot came from a car and added those inside drove off along Rosedale. Gilbert has lived in the area for around 30 years, now reaching a breaking point.
It is just heart-wrenching to hear this. Our children are dying all night, all day.
Bolden's death is not the only violent act involving a juvenile. DC police said bullets wounded a young girl early Sunday morning along S Street Southeast. She was taken to the hospital to be treated for her injuries. There's been no further update on her condition or who shot her.
And that's my fear, that our children are dying before their parents. That's so sad.
DC police are offering a reward of up to $25,000 for information leading to the arrest and conviction of the person responsible for Tony Bolden's death. We're live in the Rosedale neighborhood in Northeast. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
It's a sad continuing story, Dave. Thank you. Meantime, in D.C., a firefighter is hurt after a house fire in Northwest this morning. Officials say the fire broke out at a home on Upshur Street around 10:45. It's there that firefighters had to rescue 2 people from the home. A porch also collapsed. Crews say 8 people, including a child, are now displaced. The Humane Rescue Alliance was also requested to help multiple cats in the home. DC Fire is also looking into how this ice cream truck hit the outside of a movie theater in Georgetown this afternoon. Officials say the truck hit the building at the intersection of Wisconsin and Water Street around 2:30. That's the AMC theater there. Windows shattered, you can tell, but no injuries or structural damage was reported. Officials also secured a propane tank on that truck. And developing now, the Washington Commanders have just announced they've released kicker Brandon McManus. This comes after McManus was accused of sexual assault by 2 female flight attendants. Those women filed a civil lawsuit against McManus and the Jacksonville Jaguars for the incident that took place when he played there. According to ESPN, the 2 women say that McManus sexually assaulted them during the team's overseas flight to London last year. And an update tonight on those mass closures along the Red Line for summer construction. WMATA says that their crews are currently replacing switches, repairing concrete, and reconstructing grout pads. The goal, it's a smoother ride. More on those shuttle buses arriving at several stations at DCNewsNow.com. And more on your forecast right now with Derek Bowen and for Scott Sumner. Good Sunday evening to you, Derek. All right, we got a live look at the Kennedy Center. Beautiful evening, beautiful weekend. Tell us. Let's continue.
Mostly beautiful indeed. We're looking at a few light showers in and across the DMV, but nothing too major out there. Just outside the Beltway right now. Actually, we may even be seeing a light little sprinkle here in Northeast right now, or Northwest right now. Looking back off towards the Northwest further, though, outside the Beltway, we're starting to see more of those showers starting to taper in, even along the 495 as we speak in Northern Virginia at the Current. We're also seeing a few little sprinkle showers as you head off towards Germantown and Rockville. Along the I-270 corridor, some light to moderate rain shower activity this evening. Just a few mere sprinkles anywhere along the Mason-Dixon line. Further down towards the south and towards Orange County, Virginia, also seeing a few little rain showers here and there. Also seeing a little bit of rainfall activity in and across portions of West Virginia at this moment. But all in all, we're doing pretty well, but we do have some storms out to the west. We'll talk about them and what we can expect in our forecast.
All right, plan to cover, Derek. Thank you. Tonight, the registered sex offender accused of killing a parole officer on Friday in Montgomery County has been booked in a West Virginia jail. 54-year-old Emmanuel Edward Sewell is accused of killing 33-year-old probation agent Davis Martinez. Martinez was reportedly doing a check on Sewell at his apartment, and then he suffered blunt force trauma. Sewell was caught last night near the Ohio-Kentucky borders on I-64. He is slated to be extradited back to Maryland, but no word when that will happen. It's also unknown when services for Agent Martinez will be held. And new details about a Virginia program designed to help families of disabled military veterans pay for college. An effort to address concerns about the program's future. It's now slated for June the 10th. Some background. Lawmakers recently changed the program to make it harder for those families to access state tuition waivers. It's a change reflected in the state budget that Governor Youngkin did sign. He then ordered a task force be created to address ongoing concerns about the program. Student Lauren Fenty hopes that she's grandfathered into the program because she was signed up before the May 15th deadline, but is unsure. Her father was killed in Afghanistan when she was 28 days old.
Growing up without a father, it was very different and hard. There are many things that other children got to experience and have that I didn't. But one thing that I was guaranteed was this benefit. And now that it's not guaranteed anymore, it's just another thing that's been taken away.
Lauren Fenty's mother, Kristen, is now on that task force to look at the program's future. According to state data, the cost of the program has grown by more than 400% in the last 5 years, putting its financial viability in question. In Maryland, Montgomery County police tonight say that a man is dead after a crash involving a motorcycle in Gaithersburg last night. Officials say it happened at the intersection of University Boulevard West and Kerwin Road just after midnight. The driver of the motorcycle, 28-year-old Brian Gamez of Silver Spring, was pronounced dead on the scene. The other driver did stay put. The investigation is ongoing. In our schools, Montgomery County Public Schools are considering a big shift in their teacher employment. More than 100 teachers possibly laid off. This after last week's approval of the county's fiscal year 2025 budget. DC News Now's Kevon Dupree talked to one county council member about the impact and how those layoffs could have a burden on the school system.
Last Thursday, County Council approved a $7.1 billion operating budget for next year, including $3.3 billion for MCPS. But the school board says this isn't enough, and now they're considering laying off 143 teachers and rescinding 177 contracts for future teachers to make this budget work.
Let's try to figure this out and get them some additional money. And I can't vote on this right now because that would be saying I'm okay with these level of cuts.
Jawando says he wasn't surprised by the announcement of potential cuts. He says his committee did a year-long analysis of how the school system utilizes its funds, then made a recommendation to the county executive based off their findings.
A result of the school system not receiving the funding that it needs, and a result of the county executive sending a budget that underfunded them by over $55 million.
Some of Jawando's fellow council members were surprised, however, saying on the day of the vote, the school board, quote, blindsided council, educators, and the entire community. Jawando says MCPS is a strong school system, and the only way to maintain that strength is to adequately invest in teachers and students.
If you look at the funding in 2012 for the school system, the per pupil funding, we are paying less per pupil now, adjusted for inflation, than we were there. We can't be paying less than 2012 per child in student per pupil funding and expect to get the same results. It's just not going to happen.
And MCPS provided a statement on these potential layoffs saying, quote, the board does not make these decisions easily and they are not our first choice. A decision to reduce staff has no reflection on the performance or dedication of MCPS educators. The board appreciates all MCPS staff members for their unwavering commitment to the success of MCPS students. The board is scheduled to approve the final budget on June 11th. Reporting in Rockville, I'm Kevon Dupree, DC News Now.
Thanks to Kevon. This year marks the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings during World War II. While the exact anniversary is the 6th, Alexandria residents highlighted the bravery of soldiers storming the beach in Normandy, celebrating them earlier today. The event took place this afternoon at Market Square on King Street. Featured live music by Modern Swing Collective, World War II reenactors, historical displays, and military performances. People we spoke to explain why it's important to celebrate those who made sacrifices for our freedom.
The men and women who fought in World War II and died in World War II, at the moment were fighting for their comrades. But the reason they were in it was they're fighting against fascism.